Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another video. So in today's video I'll be walking you through my budget planner, my new budget planner. I had actually wanted this. I wanted gold. They didn't have gold. I wanted white. They didn't have white, and then they just had black. So I just thought, okay, well guys, I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this for the longest time. So let me show you the planners I used. Look at this. The first planner that I used, I started this in 2022, but then I had like a file. So this is a 2023 one. And then this is what I started 2024 with. It was huge. And mid 2024, I thought, no, this is too big. Let me get something smaller. And this is what I've been using. So yeah, that is that. Then this is born. So I thought I'd get kind of, go away from pink for a while and see how I feel about it just for this year. If I still want my pink back, I'll come back to my pink. Okay. So first this planner belongs to you page. And then there's, the steps of an effective budget. It's just basically find your why, track your spending, do a budget, differentiate your needs and wants. And that is things you can't live without and luxuries. And then there's the cash envelopes, then weekly check into your budget, set up your sinking funds, set up an emergency fund, and set realistic goals, and happy budgeting. And then there's your goals. Set your goals. The main goal, this is undated, meaning it's got no date, so you can start it whenever. As you can see, I'm starting it in March. And then you write the year here, and then your goals, and so on. And I'll show you mine. I've already set up mine, so I'll show you mine after that. I just wanted to show you because my handwriting is bad and I love color, so mine is very in your face. So I thought I'd just show you a plain one before I show you mine. And then this is your yearly spending overview. This is just to kind of see at the end of the year, to have a look and see, okay, this is how much I've my whole income for this year. If you're earning 20,000, you'll be like 20,000, and you times that by 12, so you'll be like 240,000. But what have I done this year? Those were my total earnings. What have I done with my money this year? And it might give you, a new perspective when the following year comes, when next year comes. So that's just kind of why I thought I would incorporate this into my plan. It's the first time I'm having this in my plan. And then there's your savings tracker, whatever you're saving for. I believe in having a plan. And when you've made a plan, it's easier to kind of follow the plan, especially when we are in, especially with our Motswana or stokvel. You kind of just pop out money and you kind of depend on the person who's your treasurer or your secretary in that group or whatever. You never really know how much you're saving for. You're just joining the group just to join it, and you don't really have a plan. That's why when I did this, I had my plan. Like whatever I'm saving for, Motswana is just an example. Whatever I'm saving for, I want to have a plan. This is how much I want to have at the end of the year, and this is how I'm going to go about that plan. That's what my thought process when I did this, and it's worked for me. It's what I've been using since I started. Okay. And then this is the first time I'm having this page as well, and my planner savings goals, kind of what you're saving for, and these kind of help guide you, help you track what you're saving for, uncolored. And yeah. And then debt tracker, I don't have any debt, so if you've got debt, you just name what you owe, and then this just helps you track. You can also have a plan of how you want to attack that debt. Like if you owe someone, for example, and you're like, but if I pop out so much at the end of the month, by this time I will have finished it. So this also helps you track. And I think I'm going to start using it when I do my Motswana, when I start getting money from Motswana, because I think that's the only place that I only take money, because it's they kind of force you. They shove the money down your throat. That's kind of one of the rules of Motswana. You've got to get money. So when I take that money, I just take it and I put it towards a project or towards a saving goal, and then I just kind of plan how I'm going to pay it back. It's the only debt I ever really have. Okay, and then my budget categories. Setting these categories for me gives me a picture of what exactly you're budgeting for. Yeah, I put an amount because it helps me. What's the word? I can't find a word for it, but it kind of puts things in perspective. Like, this is what where my money's going, and it I don't know, it just it does something for me that I'm finding hard to put into words. But having a look at this every single month and looking at, okay, this is how much I owe, this is how much I'm paying towards insurances, this is how much I'm paying rent. Maybe my house is too, maybe my rent is too high. I can work on getting that down, because it's right there, bird's eye view of everything. You know what I mean? Where my money is going every single month. And then on this side, I left a blank page, so that if somebody else is using this planner and maybe they want to have their own. My son's name is Ziggy, for example. If I want Ziggy to have his own category and everything that I spend on him, and so on, and you want to have church, every money that you spend on church per month, you kind of want to have it there, for you to see. That's kind of what that is. Like I said, I've got mine, and I'll show you. And then a bill tracker. It's very important for me to have my bills in one place, and then it's very easy to forget a bill. I know it sounds like, how can you forget? I forget. Maybe it's old, an age thing, but I forget. You can forget a bill and be like, oh, I wish I had paid that. It happens to the best of us. So I left 2 pages because some of us have a lot of bills. And then this is the beginning of a new month. Like I said, it's undated. So mine here starts in March. It's March now. I'm going to be start planning for March. And then also here, I left it blank because some people want to start their weeks on Sunday. Some people want to start their weeks on a Monday. So I kind of left that option there. And then here, it's your budget. If you're budgeting if you've got any extra income, this is your income, any extra income, the total, and then your fixed expenses, cash envelopes, or your daily spending if you don't cash stuff, and your debts, if you owe anything, variable expenses, sinking funds and savings, and then total expenses and leftover. That's total expenses of what you've budgeted for, and the actual total expenses, because those can change. That's why I've got budgeted and actual. You can do this, and then as you pay, like your bills, as you pay your bill, you write it down here, and so on. Or like me, what I do, I'll write my budget, and then a week before, if there's anything that has changed, that's when I'll write it in the actual column, because that's actually what I'm going to spend on that thing, as opposed to what I thought I was going to spend. So that's now it's me. And then the cash planning sheet at the end of March, when the money comes in, because we budget forward. You get paid for, like, now the money we got paid is February. In February, we are going to be using in March. So when I do the March budget, that's when I'll do the cash planning sheet. And then my check-ins, I do check-ins every week. So now I've tried to, in the previous planner, I had a whole page for cash envelopes and then a whole page for check-ins. So now I've tried to incorporate that into just one section. What I started with, what I'm adding, how much I'm at the end of. I'll start this the beginning of the week, and then at the end of the week, I'll write down what I spent and what I've got left over. And whatever I've got left over is what I'm going to start with here. And then I'm going to add here what I've added, how much I've spent, and then so on. So that's the weeks. I know there's a week, there are months that have 5 weeks, but yeah, I know there are weeks that have 5 weeks, but since we get paid once, whether there's 4 weeks or 5 weeks, we get paid once anyway, so it doesn't really count in my view. I could be wrong. Tell me, guys, am I wrong? You still have to squeeze. I still squeeze my weeks into 4 weeks. The money you're paid, if you're paid 5,000, it's still going to be 5,000 even if it's 5-week month. So it doesn't really make a difference in my view. Anyway, I could be wrong. Like I said, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. Let me know what you think. And sinking funds update and savings. I like to do this every month. And yeah, I'll show you, like I said, in my planner, and then the budget review, monthly reflection, and then you go on to a new month. So that is, in a nutshell, the budget planner. And then at the back here, after the last month, you'll have there's notes, and just brain dump whatever you want to write throughout the year. And then I've just got these 2 trackers here because I believe everybody should have an emergency fund, and there's 40 icons here. Everybody should have an emergency fund. And then there's the 100 envelope challenge, and that's that. I want to do this after there's one that I'm doing, so I won't be using this now. But as soon as I finish my that 100 envelope challenge, then the next one that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be tracking in here. So that is my planner, guys. That is my planner. I'm very proud of it. I designed the whole thing. Okay, so this is my planner. I've started using it and started writing stuff. Yeah, like I said, that's what this is for. Then I've started my savings track. Like I said, guys, I plan. So my 13th check, because people get paid. There's jobs that don't give, like when you're self-employed, like myself, there's no 13th check. So I save money for myself, and it's just money to spoil myself at the in December. This is just for me to buy whatever, to do whatever. Last year I used the money for the house. Yeah. What else is new? But the idea was that I can just have money for myself because my husband gets his bonuses at work and everybody else gets presents from people. And I just wanted to do this for myself. And then there's a food one that I have with a group of ladies. These actually I use, it's a group. This one is a family thing. That's why I just wrote family. It's for where I come from, Mahalape. We've got a group and we save money there. And then these three are just with my mother-in-law and her friends. So she's with her peers and I'm with them. You know, there's like 2 or 3 of us who are younger, and it's very fun. It's very nice to kind of hear their perspective and their views and stuff. So anyway, it's with a group of them, and that's all 3 of these I save as a group. So they're kind of sort of virtual, but with this plan of mine here, I know when I'm doing my budget that I'm budgeting for this. Like if I can show you my February budget right here, Motswana 1.1, and if I add 3, 3, 3, and this, all of it, it's 1.1 altogether, and that's what I budget for every single month. And it also, it does help me with the budget a lot. And then these here are my yearly challenges. These challenges I'm doing every single month. I budget for them, except for this one. This one I don't budget for. I want to start to save each. So each quarter, like January to March, is 500 pula, and the second quarter 500, and that's how I've kind of. So I don't really include it in my budget because I've got 3 months to save 500 pula, and I can do it in any way that I want. So I've just written it here because that's how much I managed to stuff this month. So every time at the end of the month, however much I've managed to stuff, I write here and I'll do the total. So that's kind of how I'm doing it. And these 3 I included in my budget. And like here, there's my budget was really tight. This is a very low amount for me, but I include this because you know what they say: pay yourself first. This whole rule of paying yourself first seems very impossible, but you've got challenges like this where they're like binding challenges. You're kind of, you kind of have to pay yourself first. So this for me, I see as paying myself first because I never not include any of these in my budget. So that is that page, long explanation. And this is the first time I'm having these, like I said. So what I did, these are my goals for the year. Now I might not finish them. I might finish them. That's okay. I've got 12 blocks here. I have an amount. This is and I wrote here emergency fund because I've been trying to build my emergency fund since I started this channel. It never grows because something always comes up and messes up my plan. But that's what even if by the end of the year I'm only up to here, it's still okay. It's still something that I would have saved. I never beat myself up if I don't reach a goal. It's always okay. And then I want to insure my house in Madinare. I need like a mini savings rainy day. I've been trying to do this since forever. I want to finish this before the end of the year. I want to. I don't know if I will, but that's kind of what I want. It's one of my savings goals. That's why I put it here. And then my renovation, I want to renovate the house in Madinare. I also want to, this will be just for tracking. These are mostly for tracking. I use challenges and everything to fund them, but they're mostly for tracking. It's not like I'll be budgeting 800 pula for this every single month. I'm hoping to use other challenges to fund them. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. And then here I've got my son's glasses. I've been trying to, more and more he needs them, and I've been trying to save up for them for the longest time. So I'm kind of making it one of the priorities this year. And we've been married for, this year will be, in November, will be our 22nd year yeah, 22nd year married. And the last time we celebrated our anniversary was 5 year anniversary. It was a long time ago. Now it's more like, hey Han, it's do you know that it's our anniversary today? And he'll be like, oh, okay. If I forget to tell him in the morning before he leaves work, if it's a weekday, I would probably call him all these years. I'll just be like, happy anniversary. I'll send him an SMS because I'm the one that's always remembering. You know how women are. I remind him of his birthday. Like that's how bad he is. He forgets his own birthday. Every single birthday, I've got to tell him it's your mom's birthday, it's your birthday, it's your sister's birthday, it's my brother's birthday, it's one of our son's birthday. He doesn't remember anything. So, but that's who he is. That's our anniversary. I just want to do like a mini trip somewhere and just spend one night and come back. I don't know what we'll do. And then a vacation with the boys. We've never gone on vacation. We went on our honeymoon. He kind of surprised me because I don't like traveling, guys. It's one of my a weakness of mine or a flaw of mine. I don't like traveling. I travel because I have to. I never travel by choice. I know. I Guys, don't come for me. I'm just bearing my soul here. So please be merciful. I don't like traveling. It's just one of my weaknesses. I just don't. I never have. I just travel because if I had my way, my mother, my cousins, and everybody would be in one place and I would just walk over to them. But life is life. Like today, my son is traveling. Yeah, like today, my son is traveling, and I'm freaking out. Not, I don't know. I don't know. Like right now, I've got in on one of my sinking funds. I'm saving to fly for the first time, and my husband kind of convinced me, and he's like, "Look, there's just something that you've just got to do whether you like it or not." So that's he kind of convinced me, but by choice I wouldn't do it. Honestly, I wouldn't. So anyway, we went to he took me on a surprise trip years back because we never went for a honeymoon because I was pregnant when we got married. So I was pregnant with my youngest, so we couldn't go on a honeymoon, and then he organized, he planned this whole trip, and we went to Kasani and we went to see the animals. I didn't enjoy it. He knows we both didn't enjoy it because there was like elephants everywhere. There was elephants everywhere, and they're beautiful to see. They're beautiful, majestic animal creatures, but I can see them on the TV, and I'm still good. I didn't have to go there to see them. But other than that, it was a nice road trip. We had a good time where there weren't animals. So yeah, where there weren't animals, it was nice. But where there were animals, no, no thanks. I'm not going there again. So wherever we go with the boys, if we do go, there will be no animals. That was like a stipulation of mine, of us both, because we took a trip to the Vic Falls and it was lovely. That was, of the 5 days we stayed there, the one day that I had a good time is when we were in Vic Falls because there was no animals everywhere. So I know, guys, but it was really nice. So that's where we went out there. That's where I was thinking we should take the boys, to Vic Falls. So, and then Black Friday, I've never been one to fast over Black Friday, as I always say. So for the first time, I want to do something on Black Friday. So that's that. Yeah, and then I don't have any debt right now. I might have a deal just from the motel with the ladies. That's the only debt I'll probably have. And then there's the water utilities debt that I'm very slow I'm slow. I'm paying very slowly. And yeah, these are my budget categories. Like I said, I like to see my months. Usually, when people do them, there's no months. It's just um, debt, what you owe for the month, and these are things that you're budgeting for. So I just want to see, have a picture of this is where my money is going every single month, and seeing it like this for me it just brings me so much joy, or not joy, but it brings me joy because I know I kind of am organized. It makes me feel organized. It makes me feel like I know what I'm doing. And then on the side, like if these aren't yours, like I said, you can write your categories here. So what I've done with mine, I've made this into sinking funds because one way or the other we spend money on these. These are the things that I budget for, but these are the things that I don't budget for, but that come up, that kind of squeeze themselves into your budget every single time, every single month, in a few months and everything. So I came up with these ones. These are just for me, guys. They might not resonate with you. Like there's no my kids are older, so I don't have things like kombi mopako, nappies, formula, milk, and all of that. I don't have that, but you would probably have something like that if you've got young kids. And school fees and school lunches and school uniforms and all of that would probably fall under kids. The combi, and if you've got a helper at home, you'll probably have one for your helper. If you give them a Christmas bonus or something, you want to save for that. That sort of thing. And there's one thing I don't have here is maraka. But okay, no, I do have it here actually. I've got it here. But I think it deserves its own category, but I've run out of space. So yeah, maybe I should take out business and put maraka here, because my business, yeah, I think I'm going to take this out and write Moraka instead, because Moraka is a whole category on its own. There's tons of money that we use there. So I think I should, especially since we're going into this whole farm life. Let me just write Moraka here. And then all the things that come with Moraka, paying the guy's salary and everything, it comes out of here. But then there are other expenses. This is like for other expenses. Travel. Okay, let me start at the top. Car. Here I've only got petrol and car wash. This is what I budget for. But we need these. Your car needs maintenance, service, insurance, and all of those things. And then health as well, hospital visits and over-the-counter medication. I think most people will relate to those, because like if my mother is sick and she's got the flu and I need to buy her Benylin or something, that's where that money will come from. And then there's travel, extra travel. Extra travel is kind of a must. It happens to the best of us. And then there's work. This is basically for my husband. He works, and there's team building trips. Yes, they'll fund the trip and everything, but he always spends money on his trips. Yeah, Christmas. They have Christmas parties and Christmas whatnots there. And then there's holidays. I just put the main big ones, but we've got a lot of holidays like this from Clean All Services. They gave this to my husband, so he gave it to me. So like these are all our holidays. I've actually even got a holiday binder. So that's kind of where that comes in, even though I haven't added it here, but it is part of where our money goes. And then there's Moraka, like I said, and then there's family contributions, black tax. Yeah, we all know this family money. Can't run away from it. And then there's gifting or just helping someone, help a human. And then there's events, there's weddings and top-ups and baby showers and bridal showers and all of that. They're called bridal showers. I haven't been to one in years. No, a baby shower. I haven't been to a baby shower. Maybe it's because my peers don't have babies anymore. I don't know, but I haven't been to a baby shower in a long time. And then each one of my family members, there's Ziggy, there's my boys, there's me, and then there's my husband, and then of course church. So that is, in a nutshell, my budget categories done. And then also, so that's the importance of having budget categories. They also help when you're doing your budget. They help me when I'm doing my budget, just to see if I've added everything, if I haven't forgotten anything. Sometimes I don't budget for every single thing here, but these are more like bills up to here. They're more like bills, things that you can't live without. And then there's food, you can't live without food. Basically, all of them are things that you need to survive. And then these are like extras, not really extras, but you know what I mean. And then there's a bill tracker. I feel this is important because it's helped me stay on top of my bills. It might sound like, but you know what you're paying for, but sometimes you can forget. You can forget to pay. Things like FSG, for instance, and these things that FSG, for instance, they say the lady there when I was registering years ago, she's like, it's better to pay over the counter because we do a stop and sometimes we just stop taking money and you don't know what's going on. And I was like, she's so right. And then there's insurance as well. Sometimes they just stop taking their money from the bank, and you kind of, because you don't see it, it's kind of out of mind, out of sight. You just know that they're taking their money, and then they just come back 3 months later and say you've got arrears, and you've just been thinking that it's taking your money, and every time your balance hasn't gone down, you think, wow, my spending is good this month. And they didn't take their money. So when you've got a tracker like this, you can always go to your statement and be like, let me check if the insurance is taking its money, and then you come back and take. Because this one here, they haven't taken their money yet. And I paid this one manually because they haven't taken their money for the past 2 months. I have no idea why. And this one, they haven't taken their money. They should have taken their money on the 25th. They haven't. Oh, yeah, no, 28th. Maybe that's why they haven't taken their money. So I thought it was 25th. But anyway, you see, you kind of see where I'm going with this. It's important that you have this here so that you keep it reminds you to check that you've paid, everything is taken away that is supposed to be taken away. I hope that makes sense again. And then this is my spread. Now these are done with. These are like for keeping your life organized. And this is just a month, keeping your months organized. So I have a spread here and I put my dates here from my bill tracker. I put them on here. And then I just, because I open this every week, it's easier for me, like if we're in week 1, to see, okay, has the alarm taken its money? Has this taken? And then next week I can come back and say, no, but this week I don't have anything that needs to come out of my account. And the following week I can just see if the FNB, the business account, has taken its money. And then I pay my son's Wi-Fi. The following month I check if Apple Music has taken its money, and my current account is, that sort of thing. That's what the spread, how the spread helps me. And then I'm also tracking my spending on here to see, like, I've already done my monthly grocery haul, and that's how much I spent. Very good. My budget is 1,000 pula, so I was very good this month. And yeah, that's that, because my son is traveling and he won't be here. So it's basically food for the two of us. That's why I think I spent less. And yeah, that's kind of my spread. I use this every month. So if you've been following me, you kind of know what's going on with this. And then this is my monthly budget, the bills, the cash or daily spending, debt, variable expenses, savings and sinking funds, and totals, like I said, cash planning, like I said. And then these are my check-ins. Like, I write this at the beginning of the week, and then I'll fill these in at the end of the week. So I'm going to be doing my cash stuffing for that after this. And then the sinking funds update. Let me just show you in my old planner. Now, I'm calling this the old one now. I haven't closed my month for February because I do this like on the last day of the month. I'll probably do this tomorrow. Today's the 27th. I'll do this tomorrow because I might get money from my business, and I just want to add this before I close the month. That's why I haven't transferred it. And then once I've done this, I'll know what I ended with. That's when I can open these ones. This one for March. Yeah, that's kind of why. And I haven't. I started to do this, but then I thought, let me wait just in case there's any changes. That's why I like to do this on the last day of the month, even though my budgeting month is my pay cycle, or my pay period ends on the 24th. I still do this at the end of the month. I don't know. It's just something that I prefer to do. And then that's where these come in. And then that's where that comes in, right at the end of the month. And I'll show you guys once I'm done, and then April will start. So that is my planner, guys. That is my planner. I hope that very long intro, a very long explanation, kind of shows you what. So I've made a few copies of these. If anybody's interested in them, I'll put my email in the description, so you can email me and we can chat there. So please let me know what you think of my planner. I know I've been using this since forever, but now I wanted to kind of make it look a little bit more, I don't know, nice, even though I wanted a gold ring, like I said, but I'm not complaining. Please comment, like, subscribe, let me know what you think, and please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.